The thing is, what people are not realising is, yeah, we're not giving player contracts at the minute, and I think that's because we want to know what league we're in before we offer someone a contract and stuff. But for somebody like Patterson and Gregory, they've already all said they want to stay.
Yeah.
Like Pato is building a house in Sheffield. You don't build a house if you're not going to put roots down. And the thing is, Patterson also wants to stay, like fishing in the Don. He just gets his fishing gear out of his stuff and goes to the Don. It's really funny.
Did he do that seriously though? Did he or was he just doing it for a laugh?
No, he seriously put his fishing gear to the training ground and went for do a spot of fishing. He loves his fishing. And the thing is,
didn't one of the players go with him?
Yeah.
Was it Stocko or
it was something like Stockdale,
Yeah.
But the thing is, what people always remember, I always love it when people talk about Patterson. They go, "Oh, he's like 35." No, he's like 28.
He's 28. He's in his prime. He's literally in his prime years now.
Blokes who got great.
Yeah.
He's worth more than the 400k report that like Hearts want to pay for him. So
100%.
Me personally, like you bring him up, you just give him a year. Or he'd probably want a bit more. He'd probably want to commit, but like even to give it 28-year-old a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
As long as it's not ridiculous, because he's not on ridiculous wages. Because this is something
he's
that you brought.
Jordan Rhodes.
Seeing it. Seeing it all over Twitter. It's because I obviously man the Twitter account and stuff. You just see it all the time where they're on championship wages. Where are you getting this information from? Yeah. Nobody's reporting it. When you actually look at the sort of like the books, the financial reports that have to come out legally once a year, this isn't. Sorry, I'm just so.
No, carry on.
I'm so frustrated that I keep cutting out my.
Because I used to do this all the time, but then I got to a point where I was so busy that I started. I started getting like the social media battering for going on rants. I was like, I'm just gonna talk for a while and not do it.
You toned it down, and now
but now you've brought it back. People are like, "Where's this been for a while?" So I'm just like, we might as well do it.
It's just so infuriating seeing all these people spread such misinformation that. They probably say it because they know that it'll get likes and it'll get whatever the hell else. And it's so untrue. There's so many players that have come out. Barry Bannon came out on another like news podcast in an interview. He came out on the TV show that Alan Biggs, Sheffield TV or something.
Yeah. Sheffield Live.
Sheffield Live. And he came out on there and he was like, I wish I was on that amount. And they all took pay cuts. Matt Brown, football typer on Twitter, replied to the thread that I did, saying they all had the pay cuts when they got relegated. It isn't a chat. Where are people saying this?
The thing is, our fan base are very, very good at being like, they're on this much money. Cover Sheffield Wednesday.
Yes.
And you get the usual thing from other teams in League One going, oh, they must be on this, this, and this, when they're not. Like, you actually... classic example is Palmer. Palmer's got like 4 different businesses, and he's a businessman. Stockdale have got lots of businesses and stuff. The thing is, there's a generation of our footballers now who are not doing the usual let's just spend or I'll live off what I make because they know it doesn't last. They've seen so many players go through that whole thing. And the thing is, when you actually look at what our wage thing is, it'll be interesting to see what it is this year, because I think this year will be the first season in League One.
So the books that get published this year are
last year was our relegation.
Yeah. So that's why it was so high, because it was the big COVID bill, as well as the relegation team's wages, and you had like Adam Reach in there, you had Jordan Rhodes in there, all of these players on massive contracts, and they all got released. And then obviously this year's
West Brom, by the way.
They don't want him.
Oh,
they don't want him. There's the thing is with when we always talk about the accounts every single year, and obviously there's a bit of drama around that. The last time we've done the video, it's been a big drama topic. So you could say that obviously we're sometimes fueling the flames of that.
Yeah.
But we are talking about the past. Yeah. And the one thing we said in our last video when we talked about the accounts when we were on that podcast is we were stressing the fact that this is going to get better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you can see where
the gradual bit where it's getting better. Like you brought it up recently when we were speaking offline. We're using the heat lamps on the pitch because the LED lights are saving money.
Like, loads of people had a go at me for being so pro-envimental, right, as a geography graduate. Loads of people in the comments.
Are you a geography graduate?
Well, yes. Are you a musician? But yeah, loads of people were having a go at me for being all like, yes, this is a good thing, being environmentally friendly with the LED floodlights. Well, they're saving us that much money that we've been able to have the UV lamps all over the pitch again. That when we didn't have all of those in place, we couldn't afford to keep running them. And we're getting...
Wow, that's the level.
You know, like all these little behind the scenes changes are all adding up to have a much more financially sustainable thing, which the chairman wants the club to be, a Brentford model sustainability thing. So how people can't then understand all of these different layers.
Reminded me of a tweet. Right? There was a tweet that came out during the game when James and Bayer went down. This is the training ground fault. It's all the training ground fault. Like, the training ground is 200 miles away.
They're in High Wycombe. The training ground is 200 miles north of that.
You need to. I think what you need to what a lot of people need to realise is when we've talked about these contracts and we've talked about money, is we've mentioned the fact that we've not really had it since our 40 grand a week earners have gone. I'm so interested to see what happens when these accounts come out and we see what you'll see what the drops were. This will be a accurate representation, these next accounts, of where Sheffield Wednesday are, and you'll see the likes of Bannon's pay cut. You'll see the likes of the players that have dropped to a certain point. Players will have signed relegation clauses. That's what Matt was saying. You know, he was saying that there is relegation clauses in those contracts.
Of a certain percentage,
and what we've done. What I really like is you think about Luongo, you think about Mendes Lang, you think about these players that wanted more. You could tell, like Mendes Lang specifically, he came on the 6 months and he was like, well, I've shown what I can do now. I want more. And in my opinion, you show nothing, mate. You didn't track back for a goal that cost us promotion. But you don't, and he obviously was quite
vocal
about that. I actually see that as a thing of our club learning even more. And
it's even like with the Luongo thing, with all turning around saying you're released, and he's like, am I? Like, we're giving you a deadline, you've not done it. And the thing is, I'm so happy that the club isn't like holding players like to say, we'll wait on you. We're going to go on our terms, not yours, because we've been a club that have been on other players' terms and waiting for them, and we've missed out on stuff. And I don't think Darren Moore takes full lightly. It's like, if you want to be here, be here. If you don't want to be here, I'll move on to other targets.
Yeah, exactly.